So if you're a creator trying to make a living today, you've definitely thought about this one. How do you actually turn your passion, your craft, into a real, sustainable business? Well, a massive part of that answer is picking the right platform to build on.
And hey, this isn't just some abstract business school question. It's very real. Just take a look at this post from a Reddit user who says, "Getting paid to write about topics I love is a dream come true. However, I am still on the fence. Which one do you think would be a better fit?" I mean, that's it right there. That's the exact problem so many of us are trying to solve.
It really is the ultimate creator dilemma. You've got your ideas, you've got the drive, maybe you even have a few people following you already. So what's it going to be? Substack? Patreon? How on earth do you choose? Okay, so to really get to the bottom of this, we're going to tackle it from 5 different angles. First, we'll look at what the platforms fundamentally are. Then, of course, we're going to follow the money. After that, we'll dig into the big one, how you find your audience. We'll also cover what it's actually like to use these platforms day to day. And finally, we'll pull it all together so you can make the right call for you.
First up, the platforms. And this is really a tale of 2 completely different models, 2 different philosophies for how to support creators.
At its heart, Substack is a publishing platform. You can think of it like a souped-up blog and newsletter service all in one. It's built specifically for writers who want a direct connection with their readers. Patreon, though, is a membership platform. It's not just for writers. It's for podcasters, YouTubers, musicians, artists, you name it. It's all about building a community of your biggest fans and giving them exclusive perks.
All right, let's get to the part that's on every creator's mind, how you get paid. Let's follow the money and see how these 2 platforms stack up.
Now, when you first look at the numbers, they can seem pretty close. Substack takes a flat 10% cut as their platform fee. Patreon's is a bit of a range, from 8% to 12% depending on your plan. Then you have to add in the payment processing fees, from Stripe and others. So when all is said and done, you're looking at about a 13% total cut for Substack and somewhere between 12% and 18% for Patreon. The sticker price here really isn't the whole story.
The real difference is in the approach. Substack's model is just simple. One subscription price, usually around $5 a month, gets you in. That's it. Patreon, on the other hand, is all about flexibility. It's designed for you to create different membership tiers. So you could have, say, a $2 a month tier for casual supporters and a $25 tier for superfans who get behind-the-scenes videos and personal shoutouts.
And this gets us right back to that creator's dilemma from the start. Just like that Reddit user said, pros for Patreon is you get to keep more of your money, but the con for Substack is they take that 10%. That's the gut reaction a lot of people have, right? But as we just saw, the total amount they take can end up being pretty similar depending on your situation.
Okay, let's talk about something that's arguably way more important than fees, finding the people who are going to pay you in the first place. This brings us to Section 3, finding your audience. And this is really a story of discovery versus destination.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. The platforms are not equal when it comes to growing your audience. As one user perfectly put it, if you want to continue to grow your audience, Substack has far more tools. At Substack, people go to read and often find other writers/creators to follow/support as well. That last part is everything. It's the power of a network.
Think about it this way. Substack is basically designed to be a digital bookstore. People go there specifically to find new things to read. That means Substack's recommendation engine can put your work in front of thousands of potential new subscribers who have never even heard of you. That's the network effect in action. The more people that join, the better it is for everyone.
Now let's compare that to Patreon. The media analyst Simon Owens put it pretty bluntly. Patreon creators are forced to build their audiences on other platforms and then drive them over to Patreon. That's a lot of extra friction. On Patreon, you are almost entirely responsible for your own marketing.
Exactly. Patreon is a destination, not a discovery engine. It's home to all these amazing, vibrant communities. But it's up to you, the creator, to build your audience on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram and then convince those people to follow you over to a completely different website and sign up. It definitely works for a lot of people, but man, it is a much heavier lift.
So once you have that audience, what's it actually like using these platforms day in and day out? That brings us to the creator experience. We're talking tools, data, and the all-important question of ownership.
Okay, this is a huge one. A massive selling point for Substack has always been this. You own your subscriber list. The promise is that you can download that full email list anytime you want and take it with you. But here's a little reality check. You can do that on Patreon too.
While the platform might feel a bit more closed off, you absolutely can export your fans' email addresses. So that key differentiator, maybe not as black and white as it seems.
Where there is a major difference, though, is data. And honestly, Patreon's analytics have some pretty big weaknesses. As a creator, you can't see basic stuff for your newsletters, like open rates or click-through rates. You don't get any analytics for your premium podcasts. And that views number they give you, a lot of creators say it's just plain inaccurate. This makes it super hard to figure out what's working and what isn't.
And what about building a community? Well, they both want to help you do it, they just come at it from different directions. Substack's community features are built around the content itself, through comment sections and their notes feature, which is kind of like a mini Twitter just for Substack people. Patreon, on the other hand, is more focused on direct, real-time stuff, like exclusive live streams, private messages, and posts that only your supporters can see.
Okay, we've talked platforms, payment, audience, and the day-to-day experience. Now it's time for the final step, putting it all together so you can make your choice. Let's build a little framework for your creator business.
All right, let's make this super simple. Here's a quick cheat sheet. If you're mainly a writer, you're focused on newsletters, and your biggest goal is to build a readership from the ground up, Substack is pretty much the clear winner. But if you're a multimedia creator, a podcaster, a video maker, an artist, and you really want to build a community with different tiers and perks, Patreon was literally built for you.
Now check this out. This data tells a really fascinating story about who actually supports creators on Patreon. Take a look at the patrons of the smallest creators. A whopping 90% of them support other creators too. But now look at the patrons of the largest creators. Only 40% of them support anyone else. What does that tell us? It suggests that the biggest creators on Patreon often attract these one-and-done fans who sign up just for them, which really reinforces that bring-your-own-audience model.
So after all of this, after comparing everything, what if we've been asking the wrong question this whole time? Because here's the key takeaway. Maybe the choice isn't just Substack or Patreon.
See, this isn't about picking a team and sticking with it. This is about looking at these platforms as tools in your toolbox. Each one has its own specific strengths. The real goal here is to build a business that works for you on your own terms, and that means using the right tool for the right job.
For example, what's stopping you from using Substack's incredible discovery features to build a big, free newsletter audience, and then directing your most passionate fans over to a Patreon page for exclusive podcasts or videos? So the final question we should really be asking ourselves is this: in the future of the creator economy, why on earth would you choose just